Good morning. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We are taking a look at the encouragement for the day. Let's take a look. Welcome. Like, share, comment. If you are yet to subscribe, please consider doing so after you take a look around. See if this is a page for you. Let's take a look. My intentions is for this video to be very short and to the point. So let's get started. Happy Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. I hope your day yesterday was everything that you needed to be. I hope you took time to actually set into your intentions and to step into your intentions and actually find, the energy needed for where it is that you find yourself going right now. So the 11/11 portal was actually a great time to push things forward. Normally when I see 11/11, it's a reminder to keep going. It's a reminder that you are right where you need to be right now. Right where you need to be, and to be encouraged and to keep moving, right? And so I believe yesterday was about, that kind of energy. And so, but today is a new day, right? And so let's take a look and see what is coming in for us for the messaging of encouragement today. All right. So study yourself is the first message coming out. Open the floodgates of heaven. Observe your roots. Proof coming. And reinforce protection. Yeah. And so I feel like we're in a time right now, and then I'm going to use my African Goddess Rising deck. I haven't pulled this out. This deck has been on my mind for a while. The Yorubian deities, energies. But today is a day where Spirit could be pointing us to look within. And not only just look, but really study in depth ourselves, whatever that means. To know yourself is one of the great suggestions given by, I don't know who said it, but I know it was someone who studied thought, right? It was a philosopher. To know thyself is the most important thing that we can do in this lifetime. And that may be something that you are being guided to do right now, is to go within, to really look intently at what's happening within us right now. This may in fact be a time where lots of revelation, lots of beauty, lots of gifts may be coming up right now. And when I say gifts, I don't mean that literally, like being able to operate, but I mean just gifts of life. Gifts of life, right? And I feel like that could be definitely around knowing our purpose and being able to walk in that and being assured of that and just taking joy on that path as we're walking it. Part of that could actually be observing where it is that we've come from, right? That's part of studying ourselves, knowing our roots and our origins, where things come from, how we ended up here, where we are right now. May be very important right now today for many of us. The need to understand that. And then we have proof coming as well. I do feel like we're in a time where things are definitely being revealed. Things are opening up. The veil is thinning. Not a lot is hidden anymore, especially for those of us that walk within that realm where we're open to receive that level of knowledge. Not a lot is hidden. And so Spirit is saying that the information that you need is coming. Like whatever that is that you need to understand or to be able to feel confident in what it is that you need to know is being brought forth. Okay? It's being brought forth. And then to definitely reinforce protection. That's necessary right now too. I have felt that. I felt the need to be aware, of the energies around and to take note and to reinforce any level of boundaries needed. And I'm talking about spiritually, I'm talking about physically, mentally, emotionally. This is a great time to just really surround yourself with positive energy. Reinforce any level of protection that you have going on right now. I feel like now is a beautiful time, especially as these things are opening up and we're becoming more aware. There's definitely a need for a higher level of standard and protection. And so that's what I hear Spirit saying. I'm pulling for my Oracle African Goddess deck. And so we have Mama Kumba Bang about the throat chakra. And as you know, we are talking about chakras this month, this week rather, but it's a theme we may carry out through the month. But Mama Kumba Bangs talks about speaking up, using our throat chakra. And it is a number 33, which has also been coming out a lot this month. The energy of the 33 is about teaching. It's about leading, being a leader. It's about, and as you can see, there is fists being pumped in the background, right? This is almost the energy of standing up and being a voice, possibly for many, speaking out. There are some of us that have a position that lends the voice of those who are higher up. And so we are the voice for many, for whoever that may apply for. This is a time to speak up and to be honest and to speak truth and actually even to represent those that may not have a voice right now. Someone may actually be in the energy of activism right now. And there is a need to know thyself and where you've come from and to reinforce, your protection as you step out. And any questions that you may have right now in how you need to speak up or why you need to speak up, why it's important, whatever issue this could be around human rights or some group of people being shoved to the side and quieted, but then you have actual knowledge of something going on that may not be visible to everybody. And that is going to be shown to you why it's important that you need to speak up. And again, the 33 is talking about leadership. It's talking about the energy of possibly even a guru, a spiritual leader, someone that many people follow, someone that has a mission to people, even placing that mission above themselves. It's someone who many times dedicates their lives to the service of others, right? This could, in fact, be your energy right now. And this brings the element of water, and it's coming from this level of fluidity, being able to move and change directions easily as needed. It's very intuitive energy, very cleansing energy as well. And this is really talking about knowing the history. It's a need to be tapped into the history and being trusted with that. There's something that you may have been entrusted with to carry forward. And this is something that is aligning, with your throat chakra, with your hearing. And that's that color blue coming in, right? Being able to discern what you're hearing past the words being spoken, being able to speak freely, right? There's some level of responsibility that may be being held with this position of needing to speak. Now, 33 is interesting too, because it also taps into technology as well. It also taps into the ability to use technology effectively. There's some level of being able to manipulate technology for your purposes, right? Being able to turn it into a tool of use, possibly even to feed, right, the people what's needed. And so this 33 is very significant here. There's some level of someone having a obligation to speak on behalf of the people. And there's some level of possible connecting with others, some level of partnership in that call. Now, Mame Kumba Bang actually brings that message, and talking about protection, right, of the mouth, of where this flow of energy would come from, where this emotional charge would come from. And this is also talking about the right to be heard. And when we don't allow ourselves the freedom to speak out, whatever is being given to us, I do feel that way. Like there's definitely a level of information, messaging that's given. That's why it's been given, for it to be spoken. And it's the understanding too that when that is shut off, kind of like a mouth of a river, we're talking about water energy here, right? There's something unnatural that happens when you shut off the mouth of a naturally flowing body, right? It's almost like this energy of stagnancy, but there is a betrayal by not speaking up, right? Because your words have power, and when you hold that back, there's something unnatural that happens. And so it's the understanding of the importance of claiming your voice and speaking out and speaking up, right? And not refusing to make a choice here, whatever this is. That's not an option. It's almost like you've been given this time, you've been appointed in this position and placed in this space for this particular time to speak up and to speak out. And yeah, someone is being called to be vocal about what it is that they're being given. And then we have the Queen Mother Nanny about liberation, okay? Yeah, liberation. And first of all, when we talk about the queens, we're definitely talking about leadership energy. And I can't help but see there's water in this picture as well. So definitely a level of emotion here. There's mountains in the back. There's some challenges here. We see the flowers around her. There's almost that very Venusian, fertile energy we feel in this picture. We see the horn here. There's some level of judgment possibly present here. And then the sun in the back brings the energy of revelation, of illumination, things coming out into the open. Now, she brings the energy of liberation, okay? And the element is actually fire. That's interesting because I see lots of water in this picture. And fire energy is actually determined, strong, transformational. It's very radiant energy. And she's bringing this historic energy again. The queens come from historical rulers, and they align with their third eye, and their energetic, colorful frequencies are indigo and purple. That's the color of the third eye. But interestingly, there's lots of blue in this picture, lots of water flowing as well. So I can't help but think of the emotional connection here with Queen Mother Nanny. Definitely leader energy. It gives that militant, strategist energy and revolutionary energy. She was actually a healer, brought to Jamaica in chains, escaped to lead rebellions, and she actually helped free over 800 people. And so this is the energy of liberation, breaking free from something that was intended to hold you back from your purpose, from your dreams, from your power, right? And so this is the energy of being given the keys to liberation, to free yourself, to rise up from anything that could be trying to hold you back from your purpose. This is very interesting. One of the cards that came out earlier was Open the Floodgates of Heaven. And this is asking, do we feel like we deserve to be free? And what is it that we are imagining for ourselves? That's part of studying ourselves and observing our roots and being open to the information coming in for us, right? And being daring to step out into what that is and manifest it. That's part of personal liberation, is allowing yourself to be free to move in the energy that is around you, that's rising up within you. And that's all about finding your personal freedom. And the energy and the information coming in from your inner space, from your soul, right? And it's understanding that we're only here for a specific amount of time, right? And that time has been given for each of us to express in full what we've come here to do, what's been implanted in each and every one of us. And that looks different. And the whole idea about life partly is exploring that and delving into that to find out what that is and allowing that to come to fruition. Just like these flowers that she's surrounded with, right? For it to bloom into being. And it's understanding that you have all of the support that you need to do that. That's why we have come here, right? And this is offering you an opportunity to enjoy your freedom. And that is actually as we go back to her specifically, there was something that she paid, right, in order for us to be able to enjoy the freedom of soul expression, right? And so study yourself, observe your roots, right? Proof is coming. It's all around us if we're open to hear what's being shown, what's being said. Yeah, this is beautiful. And that thing that we actually are awakened to, those dreams, like that's the thing that invokes the power from within. Okay, it's being open to that and moving in that and being enlightened and inspired by that and allowing that even to motivate us to overcome challenges around it too. And then lastly, we have Harvest coming in by Abol Nimba. Abol Nimba. Ooh, I like this. Now this is the element of water as well, even though it doesn't look like it. And this is from the Temple of the High Priestesses, right? So again, the element of water was very fluid, right? Easily moved and navigating and, able to change easily without feeling stuck, but it's emotional, intuitive, and it's cleansing. And then when we talk about the high priestess, we're actually talking about the temple of keepers of mystery and information of the universe that's not readily available to everybody. Right? The energy vibrating at the crown of our heads, right? Our connection with Source and with ourselves and with everything around us. That is our harvest, right? And we're talking about opening the floodgates of heaven. First is understanding we have connection in that way. Now, Abol Nimba is, as we can look at her and tell, she's actually has on a mask that actually that mask represents her feminine, the embodiment of her feminine, her sacred feminine goddess, and her abundance as well, the mask that she has on. And in the actual picture, she has her hands up. She's like doing a dance of giving thanks. Her hands is raised up to the air. She's like dancing. Everything is dancing around her. And so she's open for the blessing, right? We talked about opening the floodgates of heaven. She's giving thanks. She's open to this blessing coming through. She realizes that it is harvest time. Interestingly, it literally is harvest time right now in the season that we're in. This points to the time that we're in and the need to be aware of the energy that we're in. And the season of great revelations are here with us, and we're prospering through that energy, right? What does it mean when we talk about harvest? It means that this is a time that we are able to pull back to us the things that we've sent out. It's not just pursuing and seeing our dreams coming to fruition, but it's actually manifesting them, right? What we're thinking, I've been talking a lot about being aware and intentional with what we're thinking, right? Our thoughts, our imaginations, right? It's all of that is harvest. It's the things coming back to us that we've sent out at one point in time. And this doesn't have a time limit on it. This could be harvesting things that we planted like 10 years ago. This could be harvesting things that the ancestors has planted for us to, realize right now, no doubt, right? There was a price that was paid for us to be able to live freely, to live abundantly from our soul level, right? And so we are in that season right now where we're able to actually experience that. The floodgates of heaven has been opened for us to experience. And so the question is, what are the seeds that have been planted? Are they seeds of generosity? Are they seeds of love? Are they seeds of forgiveness and support and goodwill, right? What are the seeds that's been planted that we are showing, that we are seeing showing back up in our lives right now? Because this is not about us. This is about everything we're connected to, okay? We're always prospering, okay? It's understanding that. And so with that being said, that is the message for today. We're at 26 minutes. I'm just going to pull out just a couple of tarot cards here, and I'm going to use my original Rider or Waits deck just to tap in really quickly here and see what other information Spirit is bringing out for us today for encouragement. We have the Sun and the Chariot. That was right side up. So this is a time of great illumination and great empowerment as well. And this empowerment that's happening right now is major. When I say major, it's so big that we have to be careful how we move in this power. Okay? We're talking about that kind of power. And so we have to be careful because, again, we are in harvest. We're pulling things back to us that we're sending out. And so we have to be mindful of moving in this power and not be overconsumed with the idea of power itself, because when that happens, then we run the risk of destroying ourselves with this power that's all around us, that we have at our access. And so there's a level of responsibility and awareness, and there's like an integrity aligned with this power, okay? Let's see, what encouragement do you have around this liberation, around this speaking up, Spirit? And the need to observe ourselves and where we've come from and what's happening, what's being revealed to us right now, and the need to actually align ourselves with protection, good boundaries and standards. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Star, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So there could be, or there could have been at some point in time with the Eight of Swords, a feeling of being restricted in some type of way in how you can move or how you can navigate. There was some level of feeling like you weren't able to say, or maybe you're there right now. You feel restricted or bound in some type of way, like you're not able to speak your truth like you want to for some reason. And maybe that's why this message is coming out, because you've been actually positioned where you are to speak a truth. You've been positioned where you are to speak a truth. Your truth may, in fact, liberate others. And when I say speak a truth, that could be physical action, right? That could be declaring your values or living out your values, living your truth, right? It's more than just speaking. It's also being able to hear and understand at a core level from the very intention of a thing. and take that information and do with it the right thing. You know, it's almost like being in a position where you're able to see what happens on the background. It looks very pretty, like for all to see from a public aspect, but you're, in the background helping in some type of way. So you get to see what's really happening behind the actual superficial level of what the public sees. And so you see how people are treated, when it's really said and done. You get to see like how the values don't exactly line with the picture that's being displayed on the outside of this thing, right? It's almost like, just using that as an example, it would be like something like that. Realizing, being able to hear and see deeper beyond, what it is that's being projected. And so it could also be just being able to see into the deeper intention of things, having a deep level of discernment at play here, but also feeling like your hands are tied. It's like, should I say something? Should I stand out? Should I voice my opinion about how wrong this is, or how there are other things that may be more important than what we're doing or what's being focused on here, and so the Eight of Swords really talks about understanding the need to step out. There could be some constrictions that were placed to keep people bound, or free only to a certain extent. But if it involves like crossing over a threshold of the, whole purpose of an operation, then it's to be, shut down. It's almost like being only able to move a certain amount, that doesn't challenge the authority at hand, right? But it's also understanding that your position may in fact have placed you there for such a time as this, and the need to actually step outside of those boundaries that are set up for you. The Eight of Wands is actually, the Eight of Swords, is actually some level of possible mental control, needing to break free from that, because there's something that you're being led to with the star here. There's something that you're being led to, and this something is going to bring a greater level of balance. And not only for you, this could be for others that are involved as well. There's some desire or some possible need here that needs to be addressed. There may even be some balance that needs to be restored. And there's some guiding here for someone. You may be being led this way. Let's see. And so this does require a level of hope and faith, right? It feels a little bit weighty, a little bit difficult. Nevertheless, there is a need here for someone to really focus inwardly. And this could have something to do with the work for some of us, something that you personally committed to doing with the Eight of Pentacles. There's some level of possible mastery here. You could be very proficient in whatever this is. Maybe you've been doing this for quite a while and you understand this on a deep level. Or there's some level of authority that you have attained here because you've been here for so long. So the eights talk about movement, the need for growth, the need for, a higher level of standard too, whatever this is. Now, this could be something that you've been waiting to change, right? Many times it's said that it's those very things that irk us to our soul that we've actually been called to make a difference in with, right? The temperance talks about that energy of balance, of possibly being patient, of being willing to try different things to come up with an appropriate solution, or and so the temperance coming in as a challenge could be that there has been, it's been difficult navigating the waters here. It's been difficult. There could be lots of things that you've been waiting to say, that you've noticed, waiting for the right time, and possibly having a difficult time speaking up when needed. And so the temperance comes in as a challenge of staying balanced and moving in wisdom and using self-control here. It turns out with the Seven of Cups coming in the outcome, which says that there is a greater level of needing to really search yourself with what you're choosing here. Though there could be easy options, easy choices, right? But there's a need to look deeper in what it is that we're choosing here. There's possibly several paths that you could choose in your possibly accepting offers, possibly making choices with what you have set before you, how you're dealing with things, the paths that you'll take forward, the options that you have. But in choosing them, this is bigger than you. It is a bigger deal than it may look. Like the choices that we make at this point may have a greater ramification than we realize. And so there is a need here to search deep as we're making choices right now. Search wide, search ourselves, study ourselves, pay attention to history. Pay attention to what's being shown to us, not turning a blind eye or ignoring things because it doesn't align with our little comfortable, way of seeing things right now. Be open to have your ideas changed according to the energy that's being brought to you. Be honest, And so there's definitely things that I feel are coming in to challenge us right now. We're being offered a different perspective right now, a different truth. We are, in many cases, the one that's offering that truth, that different perspective. The voice that we've been given is being called to be utilized right now. For many of us, it could be for different things, but we are all being called to speak up and to speak our truth and to understand ourselves at the deepest level possible right now. This is a season of harvest that we are receiving back all that we've put out. We're also sending out simultaneously what will be harvested in the future. And so Spirit is saying, be mindful of that. Be mindful. That's our message for today, for someone, for all of us. that would receive that message. And the call to stand up and speak out. Speak your truth. Speak for those that may not have a voice. Speak wisely, meaning speak have done the work behind what you're talking about. Knowing yourself, knowing your history, paying attention to all that's being shown to us right now. And so that is our message here. However that resonates, maybe that hones in on a specific situation that someone is dealing with right now. I never know exactly why Spirit is giving me certain messages or certain information to speak. I just speak what's being given. I just read the energy. I'm the messenger, okay? I'm just the messenger. And so take that as that resonates, and be open to hear and open to see what is being revealed to us right now. Okay, we're in a season of harvest is what I'm getting overall with this message, a season of harvest. And so take all that I've said. If it resonates, beautiful. If it does not, don't try to make it fit. If you're looking for a personal reading, we can definitely do that. Hit me up in my email, or you can also just go straight to my calendar and schedule as well. I'd be happy to talk with you. And anything else that you might need, there's some other things that I offer as well. Just take a look and let me know. And if I can help, I'm here. Let me know, okay? Again, this has been Blood Moon Oracle with today's encouragement coming to you about this harvest season that we're in right now. It's a very interesting harvest season. So let's see what happens in the energies, okay? Thank you for stopping by. It has been a pleasure reading once again. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day today. All right, till next time.